Welcome to all. SV Union High School and Junior College, Pune, Economics Standard 12th. Today, let us study the different methods of measuring price elasticity of demand. Chapter number 3b, Elasticity of Demand. Last time we have studied that there are 5 types of price elasticity of demand. Out of these 5, perfectly elastic and perfectly inelastic, E is equal to infinite and E is equal to 0 do not exist in reality. However, unitary elastic E is equal to 1, relatively elastic E is greater than 1 and relatively inelastic E is less than 1 exist in practice. But how do we measure this price elasticity of demand is going to be studied today. There are 3 important methods of measuring elasticity of demand. First, ratio or percentage or arithmetic method. This method has been developed by Professor Alfred Marshall. According to him, elasticity of demand refers to a percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. That is, percentage change in quantity demanded upon percentage change in price of a commodity. This means ED equals to change in quantity upon original quantity, this is the numerator, divided by change in price upon original price, denominator. For calculations and measurements, let us convert the division sign into multiplication. So we get change in quantity upon quantity into original price upon change in price. Let us see one example and measure elasticity of demand in this case. Price and quantity demanded are given. When the price is rupees 20, quantity demanded is 10 kgs. When price rises to 25 rupees, quantity demanded falls to 9 kg. Inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. Whether demand is elastic or inelastic, let us measure according to this method. What is the formula? Percentage change in quantity demanded upon percentage change in price. When we come forward, we are seeing till this stage. Let us substitute elasticity of demand equals to what is change in quantity demanded? 10 and 9. What is the change? 1 kg. 1 upon original quantity is 10 multiplied by what is original price? 20 upon change in price. What is the change in price? 5. 5 ones are 5, 4s are 20. So equals to 4 upon 10. Therefore, elasticity of demand is equal to 0.4. Now 0.4 is not equal to 1, so it is not unitary. It is not greater than 1, but it is less than 1. Therefore, elasticity of demand in this case is less than 1. Therefore, it is a case of relatively inelastic demand. Clear? So this is how, by the finding out the ratios of the percentage changes in quantity demanded with the price, we can calculate the elasticity of demand. This is the first method. The second method to calculate price elasticity of demand is known as total expenditure or total outlay method. Now in this case, we do not take ratios, but we take the total amount of expenditure before and after the price change, and we compare. How to calculate total amount of expenditure? Total expenditure is equal to price into quantity demanded. For example, suppose I want to know what is the total amount that I have spent. If I want to purchase 10 pens, each pen costs me rupees 10. So each pen is 10 rupees. How many pens have I purchased? 10. What is the total amount that I spent? 100. So price into quantity demanded will give me the total expenditure incurred, total expenditure made. Now, before the price change and after the price change, what is the total expenditure? I compare between the two, and that will let me know the price elasticity of demand. Let us see one example again here. Price is given, quantity demanded. In a situation, suppose price is 10 rupees, quantity demanded is 6 units. What is the total expenditure or total outlay? Price into quantity. Right? So 10 into 6 will give me 60. Similarly, when price rises from 10 to 20, quantity demanded falls from 6 to 5 units. Now what is the total expenditure? 20 into 5, which is 100. What do we notice? When there is a change in price, total outlay rises. It is a case of elasticity of demand greater than 1. Elastic means more change. Let us see the second commodity B or second situation. Price is rupees 30. Quantity demanded is 4 units. What is the total expenditure incurred? 30 into 4, 120. Price rises from 30 to 40. Quantity demanded falls from 4 units to 3 units. So, total expenditure incurred now after a change in price, 40 into 3, 120. So, what is the conclusion? That when there is a rise or fall in price, that is, there is a change in price, total outlay remains the same or constant. It is a case of unitary elastic demand, that is E is equal to 1. The last case, C, price is rupees 50 per unit, quantity demanded is 2 units, so total expenditure incurred is rupees 100. Price rises from 50 rupees to 60 rupees, quantity demanded falls from 2 units to 1 unit, so the total expenditure incurred is 60 into 1, that is 60 rupees. In this case, when there is a change in price, total outlay falls. Means the demand is less changing, less elastic. Therefore, it is E is less than 1. Clear? Now, what are the conclusions or propositions that we derive from these three situations? First, relatively elastic demand E is greater than 1 when for a given change in price, total outlay rises, increases, then it is a case of relatively elastic demand E is greater than 1. Second proposition is when the price rises or falls but the total outlay is the same, constant, then it is a case of unitary elastic demand. And the third situation is when there is a change in price and total outlay at the 2 periods of time falls, then it is a case of relatively inelastic demand. E is less than 1. So, in the first method, we take the ratios, percentages. It's based on arithmetic and therefore it is known as ratio all percentage all arithmetic method. Second method, we compare the total amount of expenditure before and after the price change, and therefore it is known as total expenditure total outlay method. Even this method has been developed by Professor Alfred Marshall. Now, the third method is known as geometric or point method, which we will be doing it in our next session. Thank you.